Hey everybody, Nick here. Welcome back to the channel. There's probably a lot of people who wish they could be rich, who wish they could play the lottery and get their numbers lined up correctly and be that $1 million winner or whatever, $10 million or whatever the prize may be, but in the millions, just to be rich and wealthy. I think that a lot of people do dream of that. I do think a lot of people wish they could be rich and wealthy, and in some cases famous. But not everyone's going to get there. Now, if you look at people who've become millionaires, multimillionaires, multi-billionaires, and things like that, they probably got their riches at a time when the economy was much better, when rules were less strict on a lot of things, and I'll come back to that. And just things were much different. Like if you look at the millionaires and billionaires of today, a lot of them are now in their about 60s or so, right? And a lot of them have gained their fortunes through big tech stuff, which was at the time, maybe 30, 40 years ago, just up and coming. So they were able to make their tons of riches through that. There's other sectors that were up and coming as well. For example, petroleum and oil and all kinds of things like that, that at the turn of the 20th century were kind of big, a lot of big discoveries going on, oil booms and things like that. So there's also a lot of old money being like people who came into wealth over 50, 60 plus years ago. And then the new money is people who kind of like somehow made it, or become an actor. I don't know how many millionaires or billionaires there is in the world, but there's quite a few. I mean, and a lot of them are continually trying to get their wealth up, which is, I didn't want to go there because it's just, you guys know my thoughts on that, and I think it's just absolutely horrible. And if you think about it, a lot of these guys probably had to lie their way through, break a lot of the rules, especially like environmental rules. Just, I don't think there's really an honest way to become a billionaire. And I don't think even back then to become a millionaire or whatever, I just don't think that there's a real genuine way to become one. And if it was possible, which I don't think it is possible to become wealthy these days, it's very, very difficult. It's possible, but it's very difficult. You'd have to be like one of these people who invents something. You have to either win the lottery, which is, you have a better chance of being struck by a meteor than winning that shit. Not to say don't try, because you never know. But I just think that the system is not built the way it was before in order to be successful. A lot of these wealthy fat cat people have gained their fortunes, used it to manipulate the system, which means politics and getting laws to go their way, and just the politicians are not in charge. I did a video about this, about politicians, and I don't want to get into that again, but they've rigged the system so that they reap the benefits. So I don't think that it's even possible to become a multi-millionaire, much less a multi-billionaire these days in 2024 going into 2025. Unless you inherit a lot of damn money, it's gonna be impossible. And I mean, chasing that, you're just gonna end up wasting away whatever time you have on this existence, which is a small fraction of time. And even that, we're not guaranteed the average lifespan of a human, right? Nobody's guaranteed that. No one's guaranteed anything in this hell realm, where the system's rigged only for the people at the top. And it's just, I don't see it happening. I mean, you might be able to make it a good income where you can live comfortably, but I really don't see, I really don't see people becoming rich anymore unless you get into like acting and you invest. Like you'd have to invest your money, and there's just so many ways that you could try, but it would just the way things are these days, I don't see it happening, you know. I mean, I have some investments myself, and I mean, you have to really have a lot of money to make an impact in your life, to make a dent, for which I do not have. But it's just, I think the system is completely rigged unless you're able to make it somehow as an athlete, as something that pays, you know, millions of dollars. Unfortunately, it's ridiculous that the sports pays that much. But that's really seems to be the only way. Or you, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's all really, you know, what do you call that? A rigged game. It's all rigged. Those who have come before and who are filthy rich have made sure that they don't want new people coming up to, you know, come alongside them. It's a private club, and we're not in it. That's pretty much for sure. They manipulate a lot with their money. They're able to control a lot of things to go their way. They get to, you know, be what do you call it? The law doesn't apply to them in a lot of ways. They can do whatever they want. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they don't use some of the money for real good. A lot of them claim to be philanthropists, but that's just a mere cover-up so that they don't have to pay taxes. If they donate a certain amount of money, they can, you know, claim that on tax, and then they get that back. And it's all a real rigged game that's just seems like it's never going to end unless the system just collapses. And the other thing is, a lot of them have wealth. It's not even just the money, it's the wealth. They buy up properties, they buy up, you know, stocks, they buy up companies. There's a lot of monopolies going on. It just seems like the wealth is constantly accumulating on their side. I think I heard the other day that Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and one other guy who are billionaires have more wealth than the bottom half of the population of the United States of America. Now just let that sink in for a minute. How much wealth 3 people have is more than half the population of the United States. Now that is astronomical. That's what, 150 million, give or take. I think there's like 350 million people or something. So 175 million people. They have more money between them, more than 175 million plus people. I'm no commie, but that's way too much money for 3 people. It's just insane. Like I said, if they're bad people, they could be manipulating a ton of stuff through their money, because everyone has a damn price. Unfortunately, humans are I mentioned this in another video. The new god for humans is money. I mean, they are bestowed to money, and I don't know what else to say about it. So trying to become rich in this day and age, forget it, because they've circled all the land, they've circled all the wealth. I don't know where this world goes from here. I really don't. It's just not going to be you or me. We're not going to be rich. And I'm okay with that, because I think that I don't want to be part of that club. I don't want to be one of those people. And you could say I'm lying or whatever, but that's the total truth. I think that if I was to have that kind of money, I would do way more good with it. I don't need that amount of money. I will never spend that amount of money. If it's like $1 billion or some shit, never spend that much. It's just never going to happen. And these people are just playing, the game of risk with all of our lives and buying up food plants and causing shortages and jacking up prices and inflation, manipulating prices, manipulating money prices, money worth, or what do you call it? Just, it's a whole real shitstorm, honestly. And I don't want to be one of those people. I think it's very strange to me how if they were really good people, they would do some good with their money. There's people starving. There's people. It's crazy. And they have no. It's like they just want to keep making more. The greed demon in all of us. Theirs is much stronger, that's for sure. And it's crazy. It's got to be a sickness of some sort. And this is totally not jealousy talking, because I really don't care. I know in the end I can't take it anyway. And then there's gonna be people like, well, you can enjoy your life more with that kind of money. Yeah, but how much stuff do you really need? How many steaks are you gonna eat? How many pairs of shoes can you wear? How many cars can you drive at the same time? It just, I don't know. I would use my money to help some people, good people, for which there are not many, but I would help, homeless animals, and that's close to my heart. That's what I would do. I'd help animals around all over the place, or all over the world, the endangered ones, homeless cats, dogs, whatever, doesn't matter. Horses that they're going to put down because they no longer can contribute. And I think that's about it. So the real short answer is no, you can't. It's very difficult to become rich in this day and age. It really is. The games against us. It's all the system. The system is just completely. There's no way to circumvent the system. You have to have a lot of luck. You have to, bend the rules, break the rules, lie, cheat. I mean, I'm sure a lot of those guys did that, and I'm not going to accuse a specific person of doing that, but I'm sure there's no way that these guys all got to the top of the wealthy ladder by being honest and genuine. There's just no way. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about that. And do you think it's possible to become rich and or wealthy these days in 2024 going into 2025? Let me know what your thoughts are. And thanks for watching. Hit the like. We'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye for now.